Welcome, I'm TW. Egyptian laws at its finest. The 42 law of Maat, or the 42 divine principle of Maat, is one of the best laws for morality that's in place anywhere you can look. You cannot find anything better than these laws. Let's look at them. Let's see how these laws work and how they're used to regulate the human experience and regulate the morality. These laws are these rules, and sometimes they're called gods. These are not for the dead. These are for the living. These are to safeguard and put like a rail to protect you from entering into chaos, or prevent chaos from entering into you. If you look at these laws closely, you will see what's within these laws. There is life within these laws. For example, this law who said, I have not commit adultery. I have not seduced anyone's wife. You could put those two together. Look at what it's for. If you should say, I have not done this and I have not done that, then you gotta do the introspection deep within yourself to see if really did I do something like this or I did not do something like this. And look at the consequence, what these things, if these things are done, what these things could lead to. You have commit adultery or you have seduced someone's wife. These things take time and these things take planning. So the mind, the intention within a person to do this. You have a wife and you decide, or you have a husband, either way, and you decide, you make plans to go and cheat on your husband or cheat on your wife. That takes plan. That means you're not a trustworthy person in the beginning. And if you do something like this, you know it's not the correct thing to do. And look at the consequence here. Families can be ripped apart in situation like this. Kids suffer, father suffer, mother suffer. A lot of things can become of this. Financial consequence, financial ruin can become of situation like this with the rules and regulation that's in place. So when you look deep within these laws and what they're trying to prevent from happening to you, there's a force within these laws that if you do and take action and commit these violations, then it leads to something else. And the energy within this is moving you down a path to destruction in a way. And if you should continue to follow this path, then you might lose everything. Lose your family, lose the properties, lose your kids. And as I say, everybody's suffering a situation like this. And here's another one. I have not accused anyone falsely, or I have not falsely accused anyone. Look at that one. Or I have not told lies. Look at that one closely, because you know if you did and you know if you did not. And if you did, look at the consequence this could lead to somebody getting in prison, somebody losing their life. If a lie is told and that lie is believed, this could lead to all kind of different effects. Life is put in danger because of this. On a individual level and on a national level, with sometimes people tell lies to go to war. You see it happen all the time. They have this kind of weapon and they have this and they're making this and they're making that. And it turned out to all be a lie. So I have not lied. You see the consequence behind this? People lose their freedom over this. How many times you hear people get freed from prison because they realize that it was a lie and they use that lie to prosecute somebody and now they're free and now somebody got to pay for that. So there's consequence behind these. That's why the Egyptian or Kemet, they call these things gods because they have power within them. And you can see the effect of this power, whether you use it in a negative way or a positive way. You know when you say these things whether it's true or it's not. When you look deep within yourself and do the calculation and you analyze internally if you did tell a lie or if you did accuse someone falsely. Did that person lose their job? Did they lose their reputation? Because these things ruin reputation. And you know it's a lie, and the person who you're lying on or you are accusing falsely know it's a lie. So you and that person know that you're a dishonest human being. Yeah, you're a dishonest human being if you accuse someone falsely and you tell a lie and someone, and you can know that within yourself if you did or you did not. So that's why these rules, these laws, these 42 laws of Maat, there's 42 of them. I just went through 4 of them, but there's more like this. And if you should go through them and see what they say and check yourself and see if you did that thing or you did not do this thing, then if you did, then you can see the consequence or the possibility of what would play out if you did the wrong thing. So these are powerful things, powerful rules, powerful principles to keep you from going over that guardrail I talk about. Because if you should say these to yourself and analyze what would be the consequence, you losing your family, you losing opportunity because somebody gonna be labeling you as a liar in the end when they figure out that you're a liar or you're accuse somebody falsely, then this affect your reputation. So when you look at this principle and what they stand for, they keep you in check not to cross that line, because if you say these things, you can realize also that there is consequence if you did. There's also repercussion if you do it to the wrong person. You can get sued and you lose your livelihood over that, or you gotta pay for ruining somebody's life and ruin somebody's reputation. So there's valuable lesson within these 42 principles of Maat. And if you should dig into them, you will see exactly what they were made for. As I say before, these are not for the dead. These are for the people who are alive. These laws, they have been used for thousands of years, and there's still nothing else like them. To check yourself, to look at yourself from a different perspective, to examine yourself. And when you can do that and look and examine your action, then that make you a stronger person, and you won't take any kind of action to do any harm to yourself. Because harming someone else is harming yourself. It's like when you're digging a grave for somebody else. They say if you're digging a grave for someone else, you better dig two. One for yourself and one for the person you're digging it for. Because you will end up in that grave too. You might think you're setting a trap, but how many times you see people try to hurt other people and it turns right back around? That's what it means. You set in a trap for somebody and you end up getting caught up in that trap. These 42 principles, there's nothing I come across like these 42. There's nothing. Because remember, even the Ten Commandments is after these 42 laws, these 42 principles. These were developed thousands of years before the Ten Commandments. And the Ten Commandments does not have the same effect. The Ten Commandments said, you should not do this, you should not do that. But these principles are saying to you, look within yourself, examine yourself if you have committed adultery, if you have lied, if you have steal, if you have committed violence. It asks you to look within yourself to figure that out. And who else know yourself better than you and know what you have done and what you did not do? Who else know better? So these are the best I see, like going through history, going through all these philosophies, going through all these philosophers, what they leave behind. I never come across anything like this. Never. So as I said, there is 42 divine principles of Maat. And if you should go through them, you will be in a better place when you're finished. When you're finished with that examination, because it's like the judgment scene in the Egyptian story where the heart is weighed against the feather. But it's you who is doing that weighing when you say these things. You are weighing your heart, your mind, what you have did and what you did not do. And if everything is on the level, then you know you're okay. But if you did, you know there's a unbalanced situation there. And this will give you enough time if you do this examination while you're here still in the flesh to bring it up to a different level. You did it once, then you won't make the same mistake twice. And that way you can get it out of your system and realize the effect of these things. And you can live a more peaceful, more cleaner life and bring things that are meaningful and not divisive into existence, to hurt anyone and hurt yourself and your reputation. Remember to bring some clarity and some awareness deep into your creative space. 10 to 12 deep breaths can get you started. Thanks for dropping by. Blessing always. Peace out. Like, subscribe. See you on the other side.